We're back with some heat, baby. What's good? Today, we are talking about the social status Adidas Ultra 4D. Look at that suede cage, baby. Look at it. Look at that suede cage. Gold accents. Yo, let's get into it.
You should see your face right now.
YouTube, what is good? It's RJ. Welcome back once again to another sneaker review and another Ultra 4D from Adidas. This time, however, in collaboration with the boutique Social Status. I'm a big fan. They've had multiple Ultra Boost collaborations in the past, one of which I still have upstairs. I should have actually brought it down, but today's video is all about the Ultra 4D. Why? Well, because that's what we have in hand. And secondly, the past two videos were the Packer Ultra 4D and the SNS Ultra 4D. Obviously, they're on the Consortium tour right now. That's what the big focus is with Adidas and their collaborations. And I'm happy I got all three that I wanted. Now, I did pass on the, which was it? There was a 4D runner that End had, and the price was really good. And I looked at them and I passed, but that's okay because the wallet is not happy after three pairs of Ultra 4Ds because the price is ridiculous, but we will get into that just a little bit later. For now though, let's break this down, take a look at the differences between this, the Packer, and the SNS, and it may get redundant, especially if you watch those videos, and if you haven't, go check them out right now, please. So what we have here is a triple color prime knit upper. Now you've got hits of almost an olive green in the toe box. Weaved in is some of the goldish browns from the centerpiece beneath this cage that we'll get to in a second, but you can see those browns right in there. And then all the way back to the mesh part of the ankle area back here is almost like a amber. It's an orangish reddish amber of some sort. I'm gonna call it amber. And if it's not, just a lot of what looks like fall colors thrown into the sneaker. And I think it works very, very well. So that's essentially the prime knit and the mesh upper. And then if you head up to these laces, they come laced up in the cream laces with the gold lace tips, aglets. Alternate laces, you've got the amber-ish color matching laces. Better look at them right there. Gold lace aglets as well. Like the previous pairs, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with these laces. I think each boutique made a very good choice with the way they sent the shoes and the laces that came on them. So with that said, the one thing that I want to point out before we go any further is the tongue tag on this sneaker actually says one of 3,020 pairs. As you can see right there. Initially, I thought they were going to number each one, and I thought that was pretty dope. I thought you might get like pair 3,000, but every single pair out of the 3,020 made just says one of 3,020. So pretty dope, something that the other boutiques did not include. And so no one really knows how many pairs previously were released, but everyone has their speculation. And a lot of people are saying that Packer and SNS dropped less pairs than Social Status. I don't know if anybody can confirm that, but if you can, please let me know. I would love to know that. That is pretty much the upper as far as the prime knit goes and the tongue and all of that. The best part of the upper is going to be this cage. You've got a suede, very plush suede cage right there, as you can see. Both sides of the sneaker, super fuzzy, very, very soft, very plush, very high quality materials. I'm not usually a fan of anything outside the typical TPU plastic cage just because I don't feel like it fits the foot very well, but the shape of these is phenomenal. Overall, feels just like a 1.0 Ultra Boost as far as the upper goes, not as cushy down low, obviously, but as far as the upper goes, everything feels very good. Looking down on it, phenomenal on foot look. I love them, love them. Nothing to complain about as far as aesthetics go. Before we go any further, let me pull this insole out and give you guys a look at it. All right, so the insoles are identical. They mirror each other. I had to double check just in case. You've got Mona Lisa inspiration, obviously, very, very famous painting. And you can see her right here, no face, but instead Social Status and Adidas mini logos all throughout right there. And then you can obviously see that one did say Social Status. And then this one on the inside does have that Adidas Performance logo, as you can see right there. So I thought that hit on the insole was actually pretty dope, and I definitely appreciate that. Now, Before we go down any lower, let's head back to the heel cup right here. Obviously, the heel cup is a very big part of this sneaker and of the Ultra Boost, where this shoe takes inspiration from. And right there, you can see the Ultra 4D branding in gold, right on top of that heel cup right there in that same reddish, orangish, amber color, whatever you want to refer to it as. I really should have done some digging into the colors, but nonetheless, that's the heel cup. Now, let's head down to the midsole. You have that minty, fresh, carbon 4D printed midsole. I love this iteration of the midsole. As far as I know, that's the original color of the insole. That's how they started making them, when they started making, obviously, the printed midsoles, and I love it. I wish Packer, now that looking back, would have stuck with this midsole as well. I just think it looks way better, man. I think like it really brings the sneaker to life, you know, and it will always have like a relation to the original 4Ds and 3Ds that were printed way back when, although I think the 3Ds may have been black, but nonetheless, it's the original color. I love it, and the way they set this shoe off finally is the outsole. Filthy, dirty, need to wash my hands after whatever that was, but nonetheless, you've got a gum outsole on the bottom, no continental branding, nothing like that, just a ton of traction. Like I said in the previous videos, these things stick to the ground. Whatever they did to this outsole, the traction pattern, all of that, very nice. Now obviously these are dirty, they have been worn. I typically don't do my reviews without wearing the shoe at least, just to give you a little bit of, you know, honesty in the review. So nonetheless though, outsole gum, if you followed me at all, you know anything about me, I love gum outsoles. I think they're phenomenal. I think it sets off literally any colorway. So they didn't do anything wrong by adding that there. If anything, it put these close to the top of the list, but I like all three. So anyway, that is your social status Adidas Ultra 4D right there. Real quick before I go any further, there are differentiations in the tongue tags. One has the Adidas Performance logo, the other has the social status logo. Both say 1 out of 30/20. Just wanted to touch on that before I go any further. Now, pricing. We already talked about this, man, in the previous 2 videos. Pricing is ridiculous. These are $250 USD. That's crazy for any sneaker. It's crazy for these because, in my opinion, my humble opinion, this should be a $180 shoe, an upcharge of 20 bucks for the boutique. $200 is what this should be, in my opinion. The shoe being highly, highly based off the Ultra Boost in shape and materials and all of that, the Ultra Boost should be a $160 shoe tops, $180 for collabs, and then boost these up. Obviously, Carbon's got to get their cut and all of that, but this shoe's ridiculous as far as pricing goes. I hope Adidas sees this at some point and thinks, hey, let's bring it down. Not gonna happen. Nonetheless though, it's ridiculous. They're $250, nothing you can do about it. It's what I paid. I have 3 pairs of these. Do the math, man. I'm broke. Anyways, outside of that though, you do have sizing true to size. 10.5 is my size. That's what I got, and they feel fantastic. If you have a thick foot, a larger foot, a fat foot, whatever you wanna call it, man, half size up is the best, is the most I would go. I wouldn't go any higher than a half size up, and I would never go any lower than true to size because it will be very tight and you'll run into some problems. So don't do that. Go true to size. And last but certainly not least is the question I keep getting from everybody. Comfort. They feel phenomenal. Now, with that said, they feel phenomenal from like a daily casual wear. I wouldn't say go for a run in these. I wouldn't say go to the gym in these. I wouldn't do anything super strenuous in them. They're mad comfy. I wear them all day. This is all I've worn now for the past 2 to 3 weeks or so. And you know, just whatever we're doing, if we're going to the mall, if we're going to run quick errands or whatever, you know, with our masks on, whatever we're doing, I'm wearing these and they feel great. I have 0 feet pain. I have zero complaints. Now, I think they've gotten comfier than the original 4Ds because all I saw was people complaining about how they're not as comfy as the Ultra Boost. No, of course not. They're never going to be. The Ultra Boost is by far one of the comfiest shoes ever released. These are not going to feel that way. They're just not, man. It's a printed midsole. You don't have all that cushion. You don't have all that rebound. You don't have all of that. For what they are very comfortable. They're still way comfier than a lot of other sneakers, and I have 0 complaints as far as comfort goes. So hopefully that answers some questions, and hopefully we don't have to repeat ourselves too much in the comment section, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. So if you have any further questions, do leave them down below in the comment section. And I believe that's it, guys. That has been the social status Adidas 4D, Ultra 4D. And like I said, Any questions, comments, whatever you want down in the comment section, I will definitely get back to you. I will throw these on feet, give you guys a better look at them. And for now, that's all the 4Ds, man. I don't know what's coming up next, but hopefully we'll get something to take a look at that's exciting. But I loved it, man. I've loved the little run we've been on with these sneakers. I think they're super dope. I think it's a great addition to not only my closet, but the Adidas lineup. Shout out to Adidas, man. It's a little late, but better late than never, I suppose, and a good way to end a really crappy year with some good sneakers for the collection. So there they are. Once again, thank you guys for checking them out. I'm gonna throw these on feet, give you guys a better look at them. And I think that's it, man. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back, staying consistent, staying constant, in your face. Until next time, guys, I'm RJ. Peace.